Welcome everybody to the Latiners Network. My name is Jose, and this is my review for the soon-to-be probably biggest bomb of the year. Of course, that's Aquaman from DC. It's appearing like it might be the biggest bomb of the year, and at least in terms of comic book movies this year. And it hasn't been a good year for DC when it comes to the financials. And listen, Marvel's not out of it either. They've had really two big stinkers this year as well, of course, coming off the Marvels, which was the worst performing movie in MCU history. So just the whole genre is struggling at this time. Even the good movies, the ones that are okay, they're just not really generating much interest. And this is going to be no different, which is surprising because this was at least the original Aquaman was the only movie that actually generated $1 billion for the DCEU back in the day. So, and this has been, has had a whole lot of issues reported behind the scenes. We have all this stuff with Amber Heard, which was a mess. Of course, there's this reports of these people walking out of the test screenings for certain reasons, reshoots, rewrites. It's been a disaster, and to some ways, some people might be hoping that DCU will end in a bang, but this is going to end the whimper because this is not a very good movie, and I'm glad this, and it's just fitting that a movie like this ends this DC run, right, that we had over the last 8, 9, 10 years, whatever how long it's been. Of course, now we're going to reboot everything, begin back in 2025 on the James Gunn with the Superman legacy, and kick off a new version of the DCU, and hopefully they can do much better than what we got over the last few years. But this one here, listen, in Aquaman, we have, of course, Jason Momoa returning as the main character. He's partnering up with his brother, of course, from the first film, played by Patrick Wilson. They're off on a mission to save Aquaman's family against that of one Black Mantis, who was one of the villains in the first movie here. Black Mantis now he's on a vengeful quest to destroy everything that means anything to Aquaman, of course. So they ensue in this adventures, kind of fantasy kind of film here, and they try to obtain certain things to stop, Black Manta and find his whereabouts, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it sounds kind of messy because this movie is just kind of messy. It's just, there's no way around it. This is a bad movie. It's as good as I thought it was going to be, and I didn't think it was going to be good at all. So from that sense, it met my expectations. Hooray! But this is good riddance to the DCEU, at least what was formerly known as that. I'm hoping better things come about because this movie, it's a disaster. It really is. It's bad. It's not the worst movie I've seen, not the worst movie I've seen this year, but it's not a good film, and it tries to do. I can tell there's something entertaining in there, and some people are probably maybe entertained by this, I guess, in a most basic level. But besides Momoa, who I really like, I thought he was really good, and Patrick Wilson, they kind of worked together, some decent chemistry, but the humor here is all over the place. The tone is all over the place. It's sometimes just so goofy, and you can tell it's trying to borrow from a lot. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and this as a scene almost felt like the Cantina scene and Jabba the Hutt scene and Force from Star Wars. It's a mix and match of all kinds of films put into this, much like the first one tried to do, and it's just all over the place with the story that just is like, what the hell's going on? That Black Manta, who I like, it's just not good in this film. He's, as a villain, he's just mustache twirling, he's going for revenge, and that's basically, there's not a whole lot to him at all. And nothing really works. Nothing works for the most part. CGI's all over the place. It's big grand spectacle fighting scenes, I guess, that really don't work for me. It's just too much on screen at one time. You can't really get a good gauge of what's happening at a lot of these action scenes, which I really hate. Because there are a few moments here and there which I admit were kind of cool, but for the most part, you got some cool creatures and creature designs and all that, and things in the sea, and yeah, that's great, right? But ultimately, you need more. You need something good, concrete story here to support all this stuff that's going on. They're just throwing the whole kitchen sink at you for the most part on screen and hoping that something sticks, and it just doesn't. It's just a waste of time. It really is, and it's 2 hours, which is about maybe an hour and 59 minutes too long for this movie. It should have just been a quick opening credits, and let's just say goodbye to DCU and move on, right? And I'm glad this is over. This is not going to do well, and I get it, because it's not a good film. It's laughable. The dialogue is really bad, really cheesy at times. Some of the acting's like, wow, like I don't even know what's going on here. It's just, and James Wan's a good director. He did the first one, and I liked the first Aquaman. It's not great, but I liked it. But he's done a lot of good films, and I don't know what happened here. I don't know if because the reshoots and everything just kind of got rewritten or whatever the case is, but I understand now, why all this stuff behind the scenes happened, or why people are thinking this test screenings, people walking out. I'm not going to say it's that bad, it's worth walking out. It's not getting twisted, but at the same time, it's just not a very well made film by any stretch of the imagination. I, you might be light entertaining for me if you watch it at home for free, but I would not recommend you guys go out there and on Christmas of all places. They're ruining the spirit of Christmas with this movie. They really are, because it's bad. It's just no other way to put it. It's bad. It's no good. Let's just put this behind us. Let's wait till 2025. You're a DC fan. The frustrations, I get it. Hopefully James Gunn can right the ship here and give us something much better than that we deserve more than this, right? Particularly the MCU also struggling. We need one of these companies to kind of get it together. So hopefully that happens sometime soon, because right now it just ain't happening for either one of them. Let's be honest, it's not. That being said, if you go see Aquaman, fair enough. I get it. Let me know, comment below what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.